Hi, good morning, my dear students and YouTube followers and my subscribers. Welcome to IIT JEE NEET classes. This is Ashok, chemistry faculty. Today we'll discuss about important organic tests. Previous video, I explained about test for unsaturation. Now I explain about test for alcohols. These tests are most important for IIT JEE and NEET exams. Previously, so many questions they given based on test for alcohols and test for unsaturation and all. So today I explained briefly and give clear idea about test for alcohols, how to find alcoholic group present in the organic compound. For example, we have a mixture of organic compound. In that alcohol present or not, how to find. Based on some reactions, we find alcohol group present in the organic compound or not. So now we'll discuss about that tests and all. In that test for alcoholic group, number 1, active metal test. Number 2, steric ammonium nitrate test, CAN test. Number 3, Lucas test. Number 4, esterification test. Number 5, Victor Meyer test. Number 6, iodoform test. Number 7, acetyl chloride test. Number 8, oxidation test, nothing but dichromate test. These are different tests are there to find alcoholic group present in the organic compound. In that, the first test is active metal test. Alcohols react with sodium or potassium metals like active metals. It produces hydrogen gas. The small piece of sodium is dropped into some ethyl alcohol or secondary alcohol or tertiary butyl alcohol. It reacts readily to give off bubbles of hydrogen gas and leaves a colorless solution, that is sodium ethoxide or sodium alkoxide. In that, primary alcohols are more reactive than secondary alcohols than tertiary alcohols. The alcohol to be tested must and should be dry test tube we required, because sodium react with water also, because water also react with sodium. This is blasting reaction. That's why we required some dry test tubes. Okay na? This test is favorable if phenyl or carboxylic groups are absent. Otherwise, these are reactive with these groups also. So, in this test, evolution of hydrogen gas cause a brisk effervescence. It indicates an alcoholic group. So, in this test, brisk effervescence of hydrogen gas is released. This is to identify alcoholic group is present in organic compound. So, this is the active metal test. Next, number 2 is steric ammonium nitrate test, CAN test. Alcohols when react with steric ammonium nitrate, what form pink or red color of compound is formed. Alcohol gives red precipitate with CAN, and also alcohols gives different colors based on different alcohols, that is violet color, blue color and orange color with steric ammonium nitrate. Sometimes tertiary alcohols only majorly gives this CAN test compared to primary and secondary alcohols. Tertiary alcohols give perfect test, CAN test. The next one is Lucas test. What is the Lucas reagent? Anhydrous ZnCl2 and concentrated HCl is Lucas reagent. We know very well this is very good reagent. This reagent is used to differentiate alcohols also, primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols. Tertiary alcohols will give immediately turbidity. Secondary alcohol will give turbidity after 10 minutes. Primary alcohol does not give turbidity. Maybe by heating after some long time it will give turbidity. So that we can, based on the turbidity formation, we can differentiate primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols by using Lucas reagent. One more important point is allyl alcohol also gives immediate reaction with Lucas reagent and Lucas test. Yes. Then very important test is esterification test. Here alcohols react with carboxylic acids. Alcohols react with carboxylic acids, form fruity smell of ester. So here, see, listen, carboxylic acid, first acidification takes place, acid will added, H plus will added to oxygen in carboxylic acid, then alcohol react with this carboxylic acid. Finally what form? Ester formation takes place, acid catalyzed hydrolysis reaction this is. So that alcohols react with carboxylic acid, produce what? Fruity smell ester. Next very important test is Victor-Mayer test. This test also is used to distinguish between primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols through color. For example, primary alcohol, first it is reacted with hydrogen iodide, form alkyl iodide, then silver nitrate, form nitroalkane, then nitrous acid HNO2, form nitrolic acid. Further this nitrolic acid react with NaOH, what form? Blood red color. Primary alcohols will give blood red color. Secondary alcohol also react with HI, alkyl iodide will form, then AgNO2, nitroalkane will form, then HNO2, pseudo-nitrol is formed. Then finally react with NaOH, blue color will form, secondary alcohol. Then tertiary alcohol, when react with hydrogen iodide, form alkyl iodide, then AgNO2, nitroalkane. Then when react with the nitrous acid HNO2, there is no reaction because there is no proton here. So that colorless compound will form. So that by using that Victor-Mayer test, we can distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. Primary alcohols will give blood red color, secondary alcohol will give blue color, tertiary alcohol colorless compounds are formed. So this is the Victor-Mayer test. This is Victor-Mayer test. Once you see that coloration also, blood red color, blue color and colorless compound. The next very important test is iodoform test. Some alcohols may give iodoform test positive because when the alcohols of mild oxidizing nature of NaOI, that is like ethyl alcohol and isopropyl alcohol and secondary butyl alcohol. So mainly this iodoform test is given by the alcohol which is present CH3 CHOH group. CHOH group. This group containing alcohols only will give iodoform test. That's why in primary alcohol only ethyl alcohol will give iodoform test. Then methanol and carbenols are primary alcohols does not give this test because there is no methyl group at alpha position. This is alpha position. Alpha position methyl group is must should be required. So at alpha position methyl group and CH3 CHOH, this type of groups present, that alcohol only will give iodoform test. Otherwise the remaining alcohols not give this iodoform test. Then iodoform test is given by secondary alcohol containing methyl group at alpha position. So this is very important test to find out that secondary alcohol which containing methyl group. So many times these iodoform test given in previous examination in NEET and JEE mains exams. So this test is very important. Please note down. Next, acetyl chloride test. In acetyl chloride test, it is also used to presence of alcoholic group present in the organic compound. Acetyl chloride is added to an alcohol. It reacts vigorously to form an ester. It releases hydrogen chloride gas. The formation of white fumes when a glass rod dipped in ammonium hydroxide is brought near to the mouth of the test tube. It confirms the presence of HCl gas. It indicates alcoholic group is present. See reason here, alcohol when react with acetyl chloride, ester form, it releases HCl gas. These HCl gas when move through the test tubes, walls of the test tube, when a glass rod dipped in ammonium hydroxide and present at the mouth of the test tube, what happened? White fumes are appeared. Based on the formation of white fumes, it indicates presence of alcoholic group present in the organic compound. Then oxidation test, nothing but a dichromate test. In the oxidation test, alcohols treated with sodium dichromate Na2Cr2O7 in presence of sulfuric acid, that is orange color solution, the total mixture. The rate of oxidation varies between primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols. For example, primary alcohol easily oxidizes to aldehydes. Primary alcohol oxidizes to aldehyde, further oxidized to carboxylic acid too. Also, so there will be change in color of the solution from orange to green color. Then secondary alcohol easily oxidized to ketone, but further oxidation is not possible. So there will be change in color of the solution from orange to green also in secondary alcohol. But come to the point of tertiary alcohol does not get oxidized in presence of sodium dichromate solution. So it still remain in orange color. So based on this we can differentiate primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohol by using dichromate test. Yeah. Finally, I will give conclusion about all these tests. First, alcohols react with active metal test, that is evolution of hydrogen gas causes a brisk effervescence, indicates an alcohol. Next, can test, cetic ammonium nitrate test, alcohol gives wine red precipitate with can test. Then Lucas test, it is used to distinguish primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols. We know well, tertiary alcohol gives immediate turbidity. Second alcohol will give turbidity after 10 to 20 minutes. Then primary alcohol does not give any turbidity with Lucas reagent. Then esterification test will give fruit smell of esters. Then Victor Mayer test, it is also used to distinguish primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols. In that, primary alcohol will give blood red color, secondary alcohol will give blue color, tertiary alcohol will give colorless compounds. Then iodoform test, pale yellow precipitate of iodoform is formed, particularly the alcohol which containing CH3CHOH group. CH3CHOH group containing alcohol only will give iodoform test. In primary alcohol, only ethyl alcohol will give iodoform test. The remaining primary alcohol, that is propyl alcohol, butyl alcohol, pentyl alcohol, does not give iodoform test. And the secondary alcohols will give iodoform test. The secondary alcohol which containing CH3CHOH group only will give iodoform test. Then acetyl chloride test, the formation of white fumes indicate the presence of alcohol, that is acetyl chloride test. Then finally oxidation test, it is also used to distinguish primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols of oxidation test. In primary alcohol give orange to green color, secondary alcohol also give orange to green color, but tertiary alcohol still remaining as it is present at orange color. Yeah, then see this test what we use to find out primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols also. Active metal test is given by primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohol. Can test also given by primary, secondary, tertiary is somewhat better. Then Lucas test, tertiary alcohol will give turbidity immediately. Then secondary alcohol will give turbidity after 10 to 20 minutes. Then primary alcohol does not give any turbidity with Lucas test. Then esterification test, all the alcohols will give fruity smell of esters. Then Victor Mayer test, come to the point of Victor Mayer test, primary alcohol will give blood red color, secondary alcohol will give blue color, tertiary alcohol colorless compound. Then iodoform test, in that primary alcohol only ethyl alcohol will give ethyl alcohol, ETOH, ethyl alcohol only will give iodoform test. Then secondary alcohol will give iodoform test which containing CH3CHOH group gives iodoform test. Tertiary alcohols does not give iodoform test. Then acetyl chloride test, all the alcohols will give acetyl chloride test. So this is the conclusion of different tests to find out alcohols present in the organic compound. I think my dear students, all of you understand very well, so please note down, this is very important concept for IIT, JEE and NEET classes. Please subscribe my YouTube channel to get more videos, and like and share this video to your friends also. Thank you for your supporting. Thank you very much.